Pigeon. Pigeons are so much more stupid in the morning. So, good morning. Unless you're watching this in the afternoon, in which case, good afternoon. And for me, it most definitely is morning time. It is 6 a.m. In fact, 6:03 to be precise. Which means I'm late. I'm not comfortable being late. I'm supposed to be at Craig's to pick him up at 6. So he'll be pacing around at the moment, looking out the window like a lost puppy. I'm not going to be very late, but I just don't like being late at all. Anyway, the mission for today, as you will already know, is Gaydon, the British Motor Company Museum show in Warwickshire, in Gaydon, Warwickshire, in fact, where Nigel is attending on the Rover 200 stand. Yes, so we have to be there early. Inside my car called Nigel is a big bear called Nigel. He's got an MG t-shirt on, which is wrong because Nigel is a Rover. What kind of a man has a bear that size, fella?
Well, that's
Us. Me.
Yeah.
Is it both of your bear?
Well, it's my fault it's called
my
Nigel.
bear.
It's his bear. It's my fault it's called Nigel.
He named
But
it.
it's his bear.
Can I name it something else?
No.
If you, can I?
No, because it's Nigel.
It is Nigel, to be fair.
Nigel's a special name.
It is.
It's not.
The bear.
What? You know.
It's just Nigel.
The man from Del Monte.
Says, bloody hell, it's hot.
He's traded in his orange juice for beer. Come on. He's being sick out the side now because he thinks the suspension's too hard. Come on, fella. He's dead. Hello, I'm at Gaydon the car show with all the Rover things that go on and all that, and the people that bring their cars here, and I'm going to try and talk to some people today and not really look at cars so much. One of my favourite people to catch out is Rover Joe.
Oh no.
It's time for Joe!
Right, I found Rover Joe, and I'm going to ask him some serious questions today rather than just saying hello Joe and then going away.
Yo.
Rover Joe,
Yo.
that's this man here.
Hello.
And stand up. Rover Joe has a YouTube channel, and I'd quite like to help him get some more.
You alright?
Is
a YouTube channel.
And then somebody else is chipping in with my interview. I was going to do a serious interview with this lovely young man then, and you are interrupting.
Sorry.
That's the second time he's done that now.
I'll go away now.
Yeah, go on,
You can cut this out.
Go and get you a
Cut
leg
it
roll.
out when I've done that.
Go get you a leg roll. Go somewhere else. This is a Rover 200 VI. VI. What does that stand for? Stands for very interesting, and it is. It's a very interesting car because it has an exciting engine. This one is for sale. Look, £1,000. Very much worth it. You see this is a Honda. It's a Honda with some bits stuck on it, and its most interesting feature is the African grey. That's a parrot. Hello, do you speak? Hello? I've come to say hello. I think it's camera shy. Right, so could probably do with giving you some idea of how much is actually going on here. Spin around shot. Oh gosh, that's sticking my big fat belly out to try and get all these cars in. Yep, thank you. Rover Joe's doing some tongue twisters at the moment. Yeah.
I'm eating a homemade.
He says he's in a meeting.
No,
He's in a meeting with this chap here with the curly hair about his car.
I'm eating a homemade BLT.
Well,
Very good.
we like this one. Seeing this car at previous show, he's got this kind of special purple headlining in there. Look at that, it is wonderful. If you like SD1s, there's loads of them. If you like minis, there's loads of those too. And BRMs, yeah, loads of those. There's basically loads and loads of cars here, some of which you might be really interested in. If you come to a car show to look at a particular thing, you might find that you don't go anywhere else. Personally, I love these land grabby things. I've got no idea about them. You know, I don't know how good they are really. They might be a load of rubbish, but no, they look very nice, and I'd like to have one. This one looks particularly good. I can smell the insides from here, even though the doors are closed. And I just love the size of that legroom in the back of there. What look like small land crabs, and then some Maxis. Maxis are another one of my favourites. Maybe it's just me who thinks this, but I think these, particularly in these dark colours, they look kind of Russian. They look almost oppressive in the big-eyed, big teeth faces there. You know, too many teeth and eyes that are too far apart. I bet that wasn't the look they were after. I like a Maxi. I like these Maxis. I like them quite a lot. There's a blue one here, the best colour you could possibly have for a Maxi. I mean, it's got scabby bits on it all over the place. It's an original car, but it's just the proper 70s colour. There's nothing more 70s than that, is there? Besides my beard. This section of cars are all, well, far too old for me really to understand. And it's easier just to be ignorant and move on to something like this. Riley Kestrel. My car is, of course, a princess called Nigel. But these cars are actually called princesses. And I've always had a soft spot for them, like big pieces of wedgie coloured cheese. This one looks like a fox. Why does it look like a fox? Well, it just does. The easiest and quickest way of getting around the whole show is to ignore almost all of it, which is what I'm going to do. Look, there's Monty. Monty. It looks like I've not actually gone any further away from my car than being stood next to it. That's the only thing. Barbecue bacon burner. It's probably time I wandered away from my own car for a bit and the people that I was talking to and go and look at some other people's cars, because that is, after all, the purpose of being here. Allegro Estates. I love Allegro Estates. I think they're fantastic. Even in the 70s there was stuff that was kind of a bit generic, but the Allegro Estate in particular was just something completely cool. Cool enough to be cool 30, 40 years later, which is what they are. Gosh, look at this. What an amazing non-standard colour this one is, with its spinning Allegro on the front. I don't think it's standard, this. The best thing about coming to a show like this, where it's all British cars, is I'm going to like them all, and I'm not going to find myself not wanting to look at any of them. An awful lot of Allegros, actually. I didn't think there was any left. Oh, look at this one. What would we call this kind of Allegro? It's kind of a... yeah. It reminds me a bit of Baby Poo. Does it remind you of Baby Poo?
It does, yeah.
There's a lot of Range Rovers over there, and I've got to be honest, they don't really do anything for me. But that does. That's fantastic. I would love a go in a GT6. If anybody's got one, please bring it to me. Please let me drive it. I'll be eternally grateful. Same goes for these Triumphs like the 2000, the 2500s. I just think they are one of the nicest looking cars ever. I just hope they're not horrible to drive. If I could diversify a little bit on my channel, which I will do at some point, these are what I'd buy, these old Triumphs. They're just proper... Oh, even a rusty one like that looks fantastic. That one's quite well known actually, with its conjunctivitis. Minis everywhere. You only want to think that minis were desirable or something. This looks like it's had a little injury that it can't possibly ever recover from. Austin Metro in brown. Brown is the best colour for an Austin Metro, wouldn't you agree, sir?
Yes.
Yep. What other colour would you like in this car to be?
Hard to say.
I like.
Like beige with a paprika interior. That's my favourite combination.
I think brown is the colour, and the wheels as well. The mini lights.
Them, I want original steels or peppercorns. But it's just expensive and faffy to get on.
It's a cute little car.
Thank you very much.
Just here in the Maestro corner, we have a Maestro called Mickey. Mickey the Maestro. This is a car that I once did a test drive in, and I made a video. It was a very nice video, and I was very surprised about how much I liked it. But I shouldn't have been, because it's a very, very nice little car. And it's here, and it's still having more minor jobs done on it. Like these, look at that, oh, wonderfully clean is it under those arches there. Apparently that blanket's on there to stop the dashboard from cracking. Time to go, I think. About half of the cars have already disappeared, so there's not a lot of point in hanging on any longer. And my feet are really hurting. Last year, I remember on my way to Craig's doing this journey, and I mentioned that I'd missed Nigel's 18th birthday because it was like 2 weeks before that. It's on the 27th of June, so I missed it. And obviously, you know, I've done exactly the same thing this month, and obviously I've done exactly the same thing this year. But you know, Nigel, he doesn't complain. That's why I like him. He's never complained I've missed things, but maybe also is so content with how well he's treated these days, birthdays just simply aren't an issue. Or it could be that regardless of all of what I think of him and how much of a personality this car actually is, it is still an inanimate object. That's probably why.